a 14-year-old honor roll student, accused of gunning down her own mother and then luring her stepdad into an ambush. Tonight, we break down the shocking case of Carly Gregg, a story that unfolded behind closed doors in Brandon, Mississippi. Carly Madison Gregg was a straight-A student at Northwest Rankin High School, where Carly attended as a 9th grade student and her mom, Ashley, worked as a math teacher. Neighbors called her polite. Her teachers praised her, until March 19, 2024, when prosecutors say she retrieved her mother's .357 Magnum from under her parents' mattress. Prosecutors claimed the shootings took place hours after a friend told Ashley Smiley that Carly was using marijuana. Ashley had searched her daughter's room and found vape pens moments before the shooting. For Carly, who desperately sought her mother's approval, the discovery that she was smoking marijuana was nothing short of a crisis. On March 19th, security cameras captured the unsettling events at the Smiley family home. Initially, footage depicted Ashley Smiley and her daughter Carly arriving home. Ashley confirmed her daughter's whereabouts through the window, then headed to Carly's room. Carly enters. Her gaze drifts towards her bedroom where her mother is. No one knows exactly what she sees, but she then retrieved a loaded gun from her parents' bedroom. Concealing the weapon, she proceeds to her bedroom where Ashley remains unaware. Carly then fired 2 shots, causing Ashley to collapse. Carly then delivered a 3rd shot at point-blank range. Immediately afterward, she impersonated her mother via text message, calmly contacting her stepfather to inquire about his return. She also texted one of her friends, BW, to come over claiming that there was an emergency. When the friend arrived, Carly allegedly asked, "Are you squeamish around dead bodies?" and led her into the bedroom to view her mother's body, and saying her stepfather was next. Heath arrived and approached the kitchen door.
Like I said, my initial thoughts were she was terrified, scared out of her mind.
And just as it opened a few inches, a gunshot was fired near his face. After that, he says events unfolded rapidly. It was a blur. Heath says Carly was screaming out of her mind, scared. It was like she had seen a demon. Heath struggled to remove a .357 Magnum from Gregg's hand. In the process, he was wounded in the shoulder, but eventually was able to gain possession of the weapon. Carly fled the scene after the shooting, but was later arrested near the home.
Hey, hey, come outside for me. Hey, come here. Hey, where's your wife at, buddy? Where's your wife at?
She's dead on the floor in that room.
While Gregg's defense team did not deny she killed her mother, the attorneys contended that the teenager was experiencing a mental health crisis. The defense called only one expert witness, child psychiatrist Dr. Andrew Clark, who testified that a week prior to the shooting, Gregg was put on a new antidepressant medication, which aggravated her symptoms. On the other hand, the prosecution presented testimony from 4 mental health professionals as expert witnesses to counter the insanity defense. They painted a different picture, a calculated ambush, burner phones, and deliberate planning. At 14, Gregg, an overachiever who'd scored a 30 on the ACT at 13 and skipped 4th grade, was tried as an adult under Mississippi law and locked in 24-hour solitary confinement with no visitation, her mental health deteriorating as days blurred together. Recognizing the dire circumstances, the judge fast-tracked the trial. The case hurtled toward trial with extraordinary speed. While murder cases typically demand 1 to 2 years of preparation, this one began a mere 6 months after the crime occurred. Isolated and outmatched, what possible strategy could explain away the damning footage? Gregg turned down a plea agreement offered by prosecutors that would have sent her to prison for 40 years. The judge wanted Carly to consider what she was facing without this deal.
Yes, sir.
Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Jason Pickett said that Gregg didn't meet the legal standard of insanity. After just 4 days of testimony, the jury returned a verdict guilty of first-degree murder, attempted murder and tampering with evidence. At 15 years old, Carly Gregg was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. A life behind bars for a teenager once trusted by her community. An unspeakable tragedy that left a community reeling. For in-depth analysis of the cases that test the limits of justice and reveal the true toll of consequence, this is where those stories are brought to light. Hit subscribe and ring the bell.